position. So you have to make sure we're doing the inverse operation. It's a negative number, but we're not adding to both sides. We're dividing. What's the problem back there? Okay. Who can walk me through number 2 really quickly? Who can walk me through number 2? Yes, Raymond. Walk me through it. What do you have to do here?
We got 2 times something equals 10.
How'd you get that?
It's 5.
How'd you get that though?
Because I know, like,
Because you do?
yeah.
So that's what we want to do. We end up with 2 times x equals 10. So here we see we're dividing by x. So we have to multiply by x on both sides, right? Always think inverse operations, right? Alright. So we got 2x equals 10. Now we're left with 2 times x equals 10. So we have to do what to both sides? What do we do to both sides, Leonard, when we have 2x equals 10? What do we do to both sides when we have 2x equals 10? Okay. Why do we subtract? 2x equals 10. What are we doing? 2x equals 10. So what operation are we using? Multiplication. So what do we have to use now? Division. Divide by 2. Divide by 2 equals 5, just like Randy gave us, alright? Alright. Number 3. Someone walk me through number 3 real quick.
That's why.
What do you guys do? Not equal? Why is that equal? What did you use to check? Substitution? You put 10 in the equation? 10 for y, right? If you put 10 in for y, what do you get? 14. Not equal. Perfect. So keep those in mind, guys. This is multiplication. So we're going to divide for the inverse, okay? Here we divide by x, so we're going to multiply both sides by x. Alright. You guys seem to have a handle on this? You're going to see a lot of these. We have a test on Thursday. We have a midterm test. It's going to be about 16 questions. We're going to take it on Thursday during the first part of class. So a lot of these types of questions are going to be on there. What's up, Randy?
Equations.
Sorry?
Equations.
Equations. Just like we're doing here. So, those are one-step equations. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over 2-step equations. Alright? 2-step equations are obviously going to take one more step than 1-step equation, right? Yeah? Okay. Does anybody know an example of a 2-step equation? Someone give me an example of what a 2-step equation might be? 2-step equation. What's a 2-step equation? What's an example? Can you give me an example?
Alright.
Give me an example of a 2-step equation.
2 steps.
Yeah.
Alright, how about 2a
2a
times
2a. How about let's
2
do
times
2 times 20?
20.
What does an equation need to have in it though?
An equal sign.
Equal sign. So, alright, you want 2a,
Oh,
right?
alright, 2a
Yep.
equals 20.
2a equals 20. How many steps does that take to solve?
2.
How many people think it takes 2
4.
steps to solve that?
6.
Who thinks it takes 1 step? Well, to solve this, how would we do it? What's our 1 step, Raymond?
2x equals
2a equals 20, so what's our 1 step? Yeah.
2 times
So you do 20 divided by 2, right?
A is 10.
So a equals 10. That only took 1 step. You have a 2-step one? What do you got?
4 is 20.
Yeah. Let's use one variable for this, alright? Let's try one variable. Just for simplicity. So if I had 2x plus 3 is equal to 9. Alright? We're going to learn how to solve equations like this. So you can see we have 3 terms, but it's going to take more than just 1 step to solve this equation, right? So, notebooks out. Here's our 2-step equation chart.
We already
We're going to need to write that down. Write that down so you know how to solve these two-step equations for our independent work today, for our exit ticket. So, all of our steps you'll notice are pretty similar, except they're just taking a little step further. So we're always going to identify our variable first. It's always going to be step one. Our goal with equations is always to isolate what? Isolate the variable. Very good. Always need to isolate the variable. So, we know we isolate the variable by doing inverse operations. Always doing inverse operations. Inverse operations, do it with the terms until we can isolate our variable. And with two-step equations, it's very important that we do division and multiplication last, and I'll show you why. And then you repeat for all of our terms. You learned last class about verification, so it's very important to verify those solutions. Why is it important for us to verify solutions after we do an equation? Why do we think it's important to verify instead of just being done after? Solve it, done, move on to the next question. Why is it important to verify? What's up, Alicia? Say make sure your answer's right? Exactly. You want to make sure your answer's right. If you verify, you can substitute your value of your variable in. You'll know you got the right answer, so you can go on to the next question knowing that you checked your work. So it's very important. So step 4, or the last step in our process, is always going to be to verify. So once we got those down. Yep. Okay, ready? 2x plus 3 equals 9.
Bless you. Bless you.
2x plus 3 equals 9. So, if you look at our steps, I said we want to use division and multiplication last. So what would be our first step here, Javon? Minus 3 from both sides. So, we start isolating the variable doing our inverse operations. We have addition here. First we're going to get rid of the 3, subtract 3, subtract 3. Gives us 2x equals 6, right? 9 minus 3, 2x equals 6. That's our first step. Using our inverse operations. Now, we're going to go to division and multiplication, because that's what we had to do last, correct? So, 2x equals 6. Demir, what's our next step going to be? We have 2x equals 6. So what operation are we using?
For what question?
This one up here. See, you have 2x equals 6. So 2 times what? Yep, so what's the inverse? Division. So we're going to divide. We're going to divide by 2, divide by 2.
Which is 3, right?
Divide by 2 equals, as Jameer just said, 3. Okay. We have x equal to 3. So, Leonard, let's verify this, alright? We have x equals 3. How are we going to verify our solution if we have x equals 3? We want to verify it, see if we're right.
Alright, so you know for a fact that 2 times 3 is 6.
2 times 3, so we'll put our 3 in for our x equals 6. No.
And that's it, like you got your verification right there.
But our answer should be 9, right?
Yeah.
So we got 6. What do we do once we get 6?
Don't you multiply this with the same?
2x plus 3 equals 9. We put our 3 in for x, right? That gives us 6. Now let's verify. What else do we have left?
If 3 and
Plus 3 equals 9. That looks right to me, right? That's verifying. It's very important that we verify so we know we're getting the right answers. If not, one simple mistake and your whole answer will be wrong.
you keep this up.
Yeah. This is a very good example of a one-step or a two-step equation here. So we're going to see a lot of those in our assessments, okay? Now, we are going to do division and multiplication last. First we ended up subtracting 3 to get 9. Because once we subtract 3 from both sides, then we just have one more step left, which is to divide by 2. But if I wanted to divide first, I would have to divide everything by 2. So this divide by 2, this divide by 2, this divide by 2. And it makes way too much work for you to do. It's much simpler to start with your addition and subtraction, like we just did there. Subtract 3, subtract 3. You're left with 2x equals 6, and then you divide by your 2. Does that make sense? So that's an example of our two-step equation. Does anybody have any questions on this? I'll leave this part up so you guys can see how we got our answer. Here we did x, verified it up here, ended up getting our final answer. Okay? Any questions? Thumbs up if you get it. Give me a thumbs up. Pat on the head if you get it. That works. Okay. Another one. A divided by 10 minus 8 equals 20. Write these examples down because these will be great to look over before our midterm assessment. So, somebody raise your hand and tell me the first step that we would do. Yes. Sorry? Times 10? Alright, so look up here, step 2. Right? Division and multiplication last. This is division here, we're going to worry about that last. So we want to worry about this first, right? So what will we do? Plus 8. Plus 8 to this side, plus 8 to this side. A divided by 10 equals 28. Perfect. Now we're at division and multiplication. We're at our second step. Someone you raise your hand and tell me. What do you think, Mark? What do you think we're going to do? Last step. 8 divided by 10 equals 28. We're doing division, right? So what's our inverse? Inverse of division. Inverse of division, multiplication, right? Inverse of addition, subtraction. Let's do 28 times 10. 28 times 10, anybody? Yes. 280? 280. So, we got A equals 280. 280. Let's try and verify that. Let's substitute our value for A into our initial equation. If we did that, what would we have? If we put 280 in, what would our equation be?
280 divided by
280 divided by 10. The rest of the equation, 8 minus 8 equals 20. Well, 280 divided by 10 is what? Someone have a calculator out. 280 divided by 10? 28. 28 minus 8 equals 20. So that is how we verify our solution. Any questions on that? Any questions on this? Two-step equation. Remember, addition and subtraction first.
What that said right here?
Where? Down here?
28.
28 minus 8 equals 20. That's how we finish verifying. Alright? Okay, now we know what two-step equations are. And by the way, two-step equations, you guys are going to see a lot this summer because they're involved in a lot of problems that we do. You need to solve equations. It's one step of a problem. So we need to make sure that we're mastering this topic area. It's very, very important. Okay? So now, I'm going to take 3 volunteers. You get to come up here. Yeah, what's up, Hunter? I'm sorry? Yeah, I can ask one second. Let me get my first volunteer up and I'll go down here. Can I get a volunteer to raise their hand and come up to the board for me? Who would like to come up? I don't have to call on you. Can you get a volunteer? At a hand or a stretch?
I'll go.
Kiva, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Alright, you're going to come up with your two-step equation this time. Yeah.
Wait,
Look at the
wait.
examples we just did. Come up with one similar.
Wait,
Put it
the
up
one
on
we just did before that is the two-step equation?
Yep, we just did two-step equations. So you're going to come up with your own. You're going to put it on the board. As she puts it on the board, you guys are all going to write it down and work to solve it. She's going to work to solve it on the board. We're going to see if we get the same answer. I'm going to let you guys create your own problems here. I think if you create your own problems, it really gets it in your head what a two-step equation is. So, Kiva's my first volunteer. Who wants to be number 2? Kaishan, number 3. Someone new who I haven't heard from today. Someone be brave. Call on you. Someone be brave. Come here. You want to come up and do a problem? I think you're getting the handle of this. You're our third. You got some time, Jameer. Yeah, Jameer, you got some time to come up with one, all right? All right, Kiva, you're up.
Hold on.
Once you get that, come up, put your problem on the board. Everybody else will be writing that down. Yep, we're gonna do one. We're gonna solve it. You can come up and do it, and then Jameer is gonna come up and do it.
I don't know none of this, so don't judge me if I do it.
All right, you good? Sure, yeah, we'll see what happens. Put it on the board, two-step equation. We'll go ahead and solve it as a class. See how we did. Two-step equation. Two-step.
If it's wrong, y'all gotta help me. I don't know if they're gonna do it.
We're a team, we're gonna use that, all right? First, let's go on.
Can you look at it first? Cause if it's wrong,
Which one are you doing? Let's give it a name. It looks pretty tough, so let's do it. They have calculators, so. I don't know what it is. All right, Ashley's writing this on the board.
Mr. Problem.
Get your calculators ready. And remember, addition and subtraction go first, then division and multiplication.